Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of I Am Now, Making It Up, where I do stuff to my face and talk about stuff. So, today we're going to be talking about hashtag fuck freedom. This is what I use quite frequently. I like to put it under my eyes. Hashtag fuck freedom is one of my first hashtags. I started saying it in reaction to a lot of people that I saw doing really, really unethical things in the name of freedom. Like, well, but this is America. This freedom, we stand for freedom. You tell somebody you can't do that, you're fucking with the freedom. I was like, yeah, but that's shitty. So it's shitty. Why are. So, no, fuck freedom in that particular instance. So, and I was so thrilled with it because it really upset someone who I really felt the need to upset because they're very comfortable in their delusion. And it worried me. And it upset them like it blew their fucking head apart. So yeah, you really want to fuck up somebody that's like in MAGA, tell them fuck freedom. Watch their heads explode. It's great. But fuck freedom now has evolved to mean three things: the freedom to fuck, consensual sexuality with whomever and how many ever people you want to have consensual sexuality with. The freedom to say fuck, because the FCC is like, you can't say fuck on TV. That's all we do is make sure nobody says fuck on TV. And we're so busy making sure that nobody says fuck on TV that we don't care at all whether or not people tell the truth. Just really not. I mean, really, do you think that when the FCC was first created, they were like, we're here to make sure nobody ever says profanity, ever? Not, we're here to make sure that this shit doesn't get out of control, which is what's happening. Like, it's out of control. Like, the level of misinformation available to the general public en masse. Out of control, man. So, freedom to say fuck at your job in front of your kids. The freedom to say fuck freedom. So, and then we get into the real heart of the message, which is fuck your freedom to lie on TV to get your way. Fuck your freedom to Beldy, to build poison rivers through anywhere. Fuck your freedom to send troops to die to protect your market share. Fuck your freedom to send $7 trillion down the stock market in one day. Like, whoops. And then be like, oh, but we don't have any money to, like, give you guys. Yeah. So, like, it's a pro-regulatory hashtag. Fuck freedom. So, yeah. And since that went so quickly, I guess I'm just going to put stuff on my face now. Tee. I'm trying to, like, learn how to do this better while I'm doing it. But, like, you know. It's fun, though. So, yeah. Corporations want to say that they have the right to lie to you. That's what the news says. That's what CNN says. People think that Fox News were like trailblazers, in the world of lies and deceit on television. Nah, there was copycats. CNN were trailblazers. They were the ones that won the Supreme Court case that they were like, well, Isn't it illegal to lie on TV? And the Supreme Court said, technically news is entertainment. So it's protected by freedom of speech. So, no, they don't have to tell the truth if they don't want to, because their actual job is not to inform you, it's to entertain you. So, yeah. Fuck freedom. Fuck your freedom to lie on TV to get your way. Which leads into one of my other hashtags, hashtag ban advertising, which is not one that I use very much because it's, not very sexy. Hashtag fuck freedom, yeah, it's got some hashtag ban advertising. People are like, what? But banning advertising is a very important, step in the revolution, in my opinion, because part of what's driving the revolution is part of what's driving the oppression in our country is the psychological oppression that is the result of advertising. Advertising is like the industry that funds the majority of psych studies in universities. So if a psych department has a grant to get, to study how something works in the brain or how something works on the brain, it's 80% true that, it's true 80% of the time that grant was written by an advertising firm who wants to learn how to more cleverly trick you into buying things that you don't need. And I'm like, thanks, because I'm sitting here with severe chronic PTSD, and it would be real nice if somebody was studying how to help me get back into society and function again without freaking out, and bothering everyone. I don't work because trust me, you don't want me at your job. You don't want me to have a bad day at your job because it will ruin your whole fucking month. Trust me. Ask anybody who's ever worked with me what's it like to be around Aaliyah when she's having a bad day. Oh, it sucks. And I'm sorry, but being around people with PTSD when they're having a bad day sucks. And I'm try to be real helpful. So when I'm having a real bad day, all of my helpfulness comes out backwards. It's not good. It's not pretty. But so yeah, nobody's studying how to make me feel better. They're studying how to sell you shit and me shit. They're figuring out how to sell everybody stuff that they don't need in a world where we can't figure out where we're processing all of our natural resources into trash all the time. And I'm because we're tricking people. First we're tricking everybody into thinking that money is real. And there's a hashtag for that. That's a double hashtag with a single meaning, which is very rare. Usually it's a single hashtag with double or triple meaning. This is a double hashtag with single meaning. Hashtag money is imaginary. Hashtag people are real. And we'll get there. I don't think I shook it up enough. Okay, it's supposed to blend. To put the blend. Because money is imaginary. One of my dear friends, Solis Papagian, many years ago, I told her that money was imaginary. She was like, yeah, well, I mean, as a metaphor, right? And I was like, no, quite literally. We're all participating in a mass delusion. And she was like, I doubt it. She went to school to study money. She came back, she said, Aaliyah, can't believe it. You're right. This shit is totally fake. They're fucking making it up as they go along. Terrifying. Cute. Totally terrifying. I mean, this is chapstick. This is chapstick that I get in bulk and I mix it myself with flavor. I use watermelon. So, go study it yourself. Go find out what money is really made of. Go find out what money is really made of. Come back to me. Some people will come back and say, it used to represent gold. So it kind of still does. No, it doesn't. And then they say it represents debt. Okay. That's weird and sort of doesn't really mean anything. It represents debt. If it really represented debt, would people work so hard to have it? Really? What does it really represent? It represents permission. Anyway, that's for another day. This is about fuck freedom. I was talking with my cousin recently, who's pregnant. She is my pregnant cousin. And she was trying to figure out what she was going to do about the F word. You know, because once you're pregnant, you're like, oh my God, how am I going to talk to my kid without saying fuck? And I told her what I decided, and I was like, whatever. I totally swear in front of my kid. And sometimes she swears in front of me, although not very often, frankly. She knows she's allowed to, but she doesn't, because she doesn't, you know. She's a lovely, bright girl, and she tries not to use words that she doesn't understand. And even though she's heard it a lot, she doesn't really understand what fuck means, you know? Because we haven't told her, you know. Just, like, part of what you can do as parents, for the most part, is just be cool about it, and they probably won't use it because they don't really get it. Like, you know, like, they really don't really get it. Kids don't really get fuck. Duh. Good. You won. Like, you're winning if your kid doesn't really get fuck. But anyway. I told her, we just, you know, we have, like, what I tell Haley is that if you don't think that you could be naked in this situation, probably don't say fuck. If you think you could be naked in that situation, you could probably say fuck and get away with it. But that's, if you do it anywhere where you know, where you couldn't be naked, you really run the risk of hurting someone's feelings. Because unfortunately, that's the real shit about the F word. Is fucking, like, seriously, like, it's sad. Like, it's sad. It makes me sad. But it seriously hurts people's feelings. Like, people get offended. Like, how can the F word offend you? I don't know. It's like when somebody says fuck to you in the middle of a sentence, odds are what it means is I trust you. You know, like, I feel safe around you. I'm gonna be natural with you. I'm not gonna, you know, this is not a professional environment anymore. I've transferred this into an unprofessional environment, into a personal environment. So, fuck your freedom to storm the Capitol because you didn't get your way. Fuck your freedom to withhold funding to education while lavishing it on military with no responsibility for the families you're destroying by sending their children into danger, with no responsibility to what you're doing to the culture that we all share. Another one of my hashtags that will be coming up. Hashtag keep your guns. Hashtag disarm the police. Sometimes disarm the police cult. You want to know why all these kids are shooting up schools? It's because our military is bombing anyone who does anything we don't like or gets in the way of us making money in a way that we like to make money. Even if it doesn't give us our way, we bomb them. Think those kids don't notice? I'm pretty sure they notice. Pinks. And browns. So that's another hashtag for another day. Hashtag disarm the police cult. So yeah, fuck your freedom to enlist average people into your secret society that is built on racism. Fuck your freedom to be racist. Sorry, I don't think you should have the freedom to be racist in this country. That's bullshit. I don't have the freedom to be batshit crazy. I try to be batshit crazy in this life, and they fucking send my ass into a fucking crazy person prison. I don't see why racists shouldn't get thrown into crazy person prison like I get thrown into whenever I do crazy shit. I showed up at my mother's house screaming and yelling and, you know, acting out my trauma. Locked up. But some bitch can get on her phone and call the cops and scream her racist bullshit, and the cops just do what she said. That's a hashtag fail. So fuck freedom can be applied in so many ways. So many ways. It's just exciting. But a black eyeliner today. Feeling sassy. See how good I am at this? So not good. Leave it right there and I'll push our luck. What are you talking about? I'm great at putting on makeup. Everybody knows what they're doing is like, she's doing it wrong. No shit. I'm the queen of doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here to talk about my hashtags and putting on makeup to distract you. So yeah, it's fun to use fuck freedom, especially with like people who are like really super gung ho America. Like, I mean, not gung ho America, but like especially like MAGA people. Like, I mean, it bothers. Oh, frankly, it bothers most leftists too, because our whole country is sold on this freedom idea. And like, the freedom doesn't apply to you, okay? Like, they mean it's just like we're a democracy. But when we're a democracy. We do things fairly, which meant us and our 17 dude friends will do everything we want to do, and that's what's fair. Like, it's freedom that doesn't ever, they never meant it to apply to everyone. They mean it to apply to them. So, fuck your freedom to buy senators. God. We live in a very strange world. This is very fun. I like this color. It's like brown. It's like gray. It's pretty. It's like gray. Should I put brown or should I put gray? I'm going to do this gray today. Looks like it might be kind of like an aubergine gray. Yes. This is very shiny and pretty and I like it. It's very shiny and pretty. I like it very much. So, I don't know what else to say about fuck freedom. I thought I'd go on for, I was like, I'm going to have so much to talk about, I'm never going to run out. But I guess, there's more. But you get it, right? Like, basically. Why? Doing unethical things in the name of freedom is a bad precedent to set. It degrades the meaning of the words you're using. Once you degrade that meaning, it's quite hard to get back. So, I want my freedom to say fuck in public. I want to be able to talk how I talk in front of your children and not have to worry about getting in trouble with you because I talk how I talk in front of children. I think it's one of the ways that we enforce conformity in American society. It's the place where children witness adults go against themselves for the sake of censorship and control. Like, we all know everybody says fuck at the house, but everybody knows you don't say that shit at the restaurant. And why is that we all play that game? Why is it that we have so many games that we all play like that are built around denial and pretending to each other that we're one thing when really we're another thing? Could it possibly be because we deny people access to goods and services because they don't have enough money, which is a substance that doesn't exist? Can you guess what I'm doing next week? I'm definitely doing hashtag money is imaginary next week. It's some more blush though. Feeling cheeky. So yeah, I think I'll put a little red over all of this. When I started to put on my mascara. Red over olive brown. See what that does. It's kind of fun. Yeah. And then I have a white pencil so I can try to do what Marilyn would do. Be like, my lips are so full. The light just refracts off of them because they're just so full and huge. If you look at my Instagram ever, you'll see that I'm a little bit obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. I don't know how she did that shit without getting lipstick all over her gloves. Okay, mascara. I'm gonna start with this crop. because it's real healthy. Lots of jojoba oil, natural oils. Because last time I used that other one with the weird shape, and then when I was done, oh my god, my eyelashes were like coming out in clumps, and I was like, ew, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't like makeup. Let's see, it's a good mascara. Very big mascara. And I've got fairly long lashes, but like I said, just last week I lost a whole big clump of them because of that other mascara. This one, it builds pretty good. And it doesn't make my eyelashes fall out later, which is like such a big plus, don't you think? Don't you think that's like a lot of the difference? Whether or not your eyelashes fall out later. See all these kits for women that are for growing your eyelashes back. I can only imagine how much eyelash loss there is as a result of product and process in America. Am I pretty yet? I want so badly to be pretty. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. That's fun. Feeling very pretty, very done up, and I feel like I've done a very good job of representing hashtag fuck freedom. I think you know what I'm talking about now when I say fuck freedom. I mean, regulate that shit. Let's get that shit regulated. Let's not let people be doing whatever they want because that's what they feel like doing. That's a bad way of making decisions. Let's look at the big picture and let's think about how we can best serve everybody's needs, and then let's do that. And if you don't want to do that because it would make you more money to do something else that was going to cause other people more suffering, then you don't get to do it that way because that's shitty. And if we want our country to be nice, we have to stop looking the other way when people make money doing shitty things. We have to be like, oh, no, 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 no. That doesn't count. You give that money back. You got that in a shitty way. Fuck your freedom to get that money in that shitty way. You give that money back. That's what I'm saying. So I promised a joke. I also didn't do anything to my hair today other than brush it, put it back. So I promised a joke for the end of the episode, but I don't really have a joke. I couldn't think of a joke. Well, actually, it's not that I couldn't, it's that I was distracted and I didn't think of a joke. So, try and think of something funny to say. I'm just looking at how pretty I look. I don't do this very often, so I'm like, oh, I look like a real girl. So I don't know. Something funny. You see, I don't know who's listening, and so I don't know what's going to be funny to you. But just have a laugh on me tonight. If you made it to the end of this, go watch a comedy special. Do yourself a favor. Or whatever you like. Everybody likes something different. My favorite is Maria Bamford. I also have recently met Stoner Rob, and he's very funny. Look up some Stoner Rob. Or there's one, you're doing great. I don't remember his name. Papa, something Papa. He's quite good. I love Recalibrate. Whatever that guy's name is, the Recalibrate guy, the British guy. Mate, you stood next to a Pokemon? So yeah, you gotta watch stuff to get that. So I don't know. That counts as a joke in my book. Y'all have a good one, and I hope to see you next week.